24 hours after a boat capsized in the San Francisco Bay, we continue to gather vital details about what exactly happened. Take a look at the picture of the boat that capsized and sank. It's a tri-level cabin cruiser, not a pontoon boat, as the fire department originally said yesterday. 20 people were on board that boat. One person confirmed dead, 3 others still missing. 16 passengers were rescued and many were wearing life vests. We have live team coverage of this tragedy. Marianne Favreau is live in Stockton, where that boat's journey began. But we're going to begin with Sergio Quintana, who's live in San Francisco. And Sergio, that Coast Guard revealing lots of new details today, including what may have caused the boat to capsize.
Yeah, you know, Janelle, that search and rescue operation now has been ongoing for more than 24 hours. They are still trying to locate 3 people who are still unaccompanied or unaccounted for. But the Coast Guard says that unfortunately that search and rescue effort is going to wind down in just the next few hours at sunset. And then when that winds down is when they're going to start their recovery operation.
When the 49-foot cabin cruiser called the Volare was in trouble yesterday, Justin Marceline and Mike Montoya were among the first to reach passengers in distress. The 2 fishermen say they pulled out 9 survivors from the water.
Some people were frantic, and we just had to calm them down. Some people didn't even have life jackets on, and that was scary.
According to authorities, a total of 13 people were brought ashore. 1 of them died. He's been identified as 79-year-old Clifford Boysa of North Sacramento. Right now, a search is continuing for 3 more people who are still unaccounted for. The Coast Guard says crews on the bay and in the air have searched about 950 square nautical miles. The search that will soon come to an end.
My intention is to suspend active search operations at sunset this evening. The families are aware. They've been notified.
According to the Coast Guard, the Volare came from Stockton. This is a map of its route yesterday. It had been at the St. Francis Yacht Club, then went past the Golden Gate Bridge and stopped at Angel Island for a while before heading back across the bay. That's when it got in trouble near Alcatraz. Fisherman Mike Montoya says he and his friend Justin Marceline spotted what they thought was smoke or steam rising from the water and raced over there. A kite surfer was already there with 5 people hanging onto his board. Montoya soon learned why the Volare was in the water at the time.
It's the lady that we had pulled out of the water that didn't have a life jacket on. She said, "I'm sorry, I got all these people together, like we're celebrating my sister's memorial."
Tragically, Montoya says he believes the people who are still missing weren't able to get out of the sinking boat.
You could just see them on the window, like hitting the window as hard as possible, and it's like when you got water on the outside of a window and on the inside, and you're swinging up, it's like you're not doing the same damage, you know?
Do you figure they're not going to find them until they actually are able to locate that vessel?
If they can locate that vessel, I believe the 3 people are still on board.
When the search operation ends, the San Francisco Police Department and Coast Guard will start an effort to find the Volare and try to recover it from the bottom of the bay.
And that recovery will not be easy. Janelle, the Coast Guard says they do have coordinates where the Volare went down, but they actually still have to locate it at the bottom of the bay.
And Sergio, the Coast Guard mentioned today that it appears that a large wave may have hit the boat before it capsized and started taking on water. Of course, this is still the initial investigation and what witnesses are saying. As for this recovery, what is that going to look like? Are divers able to get down there that deep?
Well, according to the San Francisco Police Department, which is going to take over the recovery operation, they say that the problem right now is that the boat went down at one of the deeper parts of the bay, and it might be actually at a point where their divers may not be able to get to it once they do locate it. They say they may actually have to hire a specialized company with a drone to be able to try to locate it and then try to recover it as well.
Okay, Sergio Quintana live in San Francisco. Thank you for that important update.